Good evening, good evening, good evening. And we are getting ready to get back into Luna 5. Kind of petered out last night because it was getting a little late, but I'm ready to get back into the storyline. But I'm going to have some housekeeping items to take care of because we have started a new temper. And I missed out yesterday because I didn't do any of my commissions. I didn't spend my resin. Yada, yada, yada. So, let's take care of that real quick, and then we're going to hop right back into the storyline where we were last night. But first, let's go get this done. New envisaged echoes. Stages unlocked. Okay. We got all kinds of new stuff going on. Which way to the commission, George? Which way to the commission? What are you doing all the way over there? And have I done this one? Probably. I just came from there. Pro gamer, I am not. Didn't realize he kept going up. Oh well. We will just go the long way. Assuming I can get up there. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Nope, can't do it. So, plan B. Where's my elevator? Bloop. Now I just gotta remember, I stop here, but we keep going up. It's been a while since I've been to Sumeru. Don't judge me.
Stay safe and don't get hurt.
Look for the objectives in this area. Retrieve the goods. Excuse me. Oh, that's because that's where it's at. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Do, 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 do. We're gonna blitz through that because I don't care about the dialogue. Not at this point, anyway. Where are we headed next? Let's go kill some stuff. Ugh. So, if I go this way, can I get up there? Is the question. I can obviously get up this way. It was my dumb ass that decided to make my commissions in Sumeru.
I have never missed Fontaine so much in all my life.
I imagine you would. It was all water. And now we're in nothing but desert. And we're walking, and walking, and walking, and we're still walking. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Happy to apply. Loaded.
Now what?
I'm getting sick of this feeling.
Yeah, well, I'm not too happy about you either, heifer. No. Go here. And I'll have to move my commissions, because this is... I'd forgotten how large Sumeru is. Whee! Yeehaw! Caught it. Just in time for mushrooms. Because free stuff. Alright. Which way did you go, George? Oh, the stupid jumping challenge. Whee! Ah! I hate the jumping challenge. With a passion. Pro gamer. I'm a pro gamer. Yeah. That was fun. Okay. I'm gonna go. No. Just no.
Add Astra.
Money.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Excuse you. What are you doing back at Nightcry? Hello? Hello, big and sexy? Hello, nurse.
Any updates on the commission from last time? Should be done just about now, right?
Apologies, Mr. Varka. The wine merchants from Mondstadt say they'll need more time to prepare. Also, they have asked me to pass this message on to you. Have you seriously finished the last batch? That cart was huge.
Well, it's not like I'm the only one drinking. That amount of wine is barely enough for 2 banquets. We'll need more.
Are you trying to empty out Mondstadt's wine cellars? ... Again.
Come on. I timed this down to the second. The Dawn Winery should be reopening the cellar of Dandelion wine right around now. As the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius and Mondstadt, patronizing their business is but one of my duties. Don't worry, I've left some for them. I didn't clean it all out, or Charles would have nothing to work with. The trouble with long journeys, though, is that wine tends to lose its flavor in the process. Next time I get back, I'll have Charles mix me the strongest drink he's got. Now, who to drink with? Kaya would definitely come if I called. D-Luke. Well, if I can catch him, I'll have a couple of drinks with him, too.
Not D-Luke.
Might as well get those two to have a drink together, perhaps.
Oh.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers from all walks of life.
Oh, that would explain yesterday. I gotta remember what it did I do with my antidote guide. Where are you? Doot doot. Oh, that's easy breezy. Oh, if I could just remember what I did with my antidote guide. Bruh. There we go. Okay. Travel accounts. Okay. It looks like he's run dry again. That is great. It's so great. All right, let's do this. They probably have updates. Nope. An event starting. Okay. When? 27th. Got it. Code redeemed. Perfect. Okay. Rude. Do not care about Milastra Wonderland. I am having some atrocious connection issues tonight, apparently. But no drop frames, so we're doing okay there.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not matter. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
I need... It's Wednesday, so I have to go here first.
You're here? The Kuhenki are playing the lyre again. Could you play a song for them like last time? And I happen to be in the mood to hear something different myself.
What should I play? Let's try the one Calabina always sings. But what tone should I go for? Let's make it cheerful.
Oh, it's over already? I could listen to that forever. As I once told you, this is the only lullaby I can remember. We have pierced through cloud and fog, and together witnessed the answer on the moon. Its beauty is like the music your strings now sing. Here, give me your hand.
It's okay! Seriously, you don't need to give us anything in return.
That wasn't my intention. I only wish to adorn your melody with a ray of gentle moonlight.
I'm glad we're still
The
doing
Kuhenki
this.
seem quite content for the day. Even so, I may have to trouble you to drop by again when they wish to learn more.
I'm so glad we're still doing this after the fact. Like, after you've done all of the... all of the chronicles. Like, that makes it fun and worth it. Because you can come back and visit every week. Alright, so I have to figure out... I gotta go get rid of some, some stuff. My queen! Is there anybody on this end I want to kind of level up? Well, I need to get rid of some stuff. So, let's do Stygian Onslaught, because I know I can get rid of that stuff really quickly. Beep. Okay. Or not. Apparently that's over. Know it. Let's do you. And whatever's available. Lynn, I'm afraid you're just going to have to be troubled this evening. Because I'm not going to chase you down. Not today. Too tired for that. Alright. Sure.
Into the shadows. Time to testify.
You dirty bastards.
Forest, protect, ready.
Dirty bastards. And again.
Buckle up. Into the shadows. Evil look. Shoot on sight.
Oh, that was a clean run. That was a real clean run. And again.
Ready. Hunt them down.
That was clean. Alright, that'll be the last one of those. I've got to go make. That was weird. Okay. All right. Just to make sure. Okay, that's all my stuff for today. All right. So then catch my battle pass. That takes care of the housekeeping. And then back into the store we go. Okay, I want to talk to everybody else first.
I can read Varka's letter. I will try my best to write a reply.
Sha, baby.
Wolf's claws make poor instruments for writing human words. But that token will suffice to convey my thoughts.
I sure didn't expect my experience fighting the wild-hunted Nodcry to come in handy back here in Mondstadt. Almost makes me wonder if this was the reason I was sent back. Also, how come that bard knows so much, and what was he doing at the Thousand Winds Temple?
You don't need to know. None of your business.
Well, whatever. I don't really care. As long as I get to do some fighting. I'm looking forward to trading blows with Lupus Boreas when he's fully recovered. I bet he'll wipe the floor with me.
Bruh. You got issues. You got issues.
Any questions before you set off? Better
Yes.
ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry. The root of this turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrias, dominator of wolves and god of the North Wind, left in Nodcry. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the god of storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim. Instead, he returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt. When the wolf spirit could no longer maintain his physical form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About Roland.
500 years ago, Roland seemed destined to become the mightiest knight of Boreas ever to have lived. But he was too pure of heart. He believed firmly in his own ideals of chivalry, vowing to eliminate all injustice from the world. But the world had never been perfect and pure, nor would it ever be. Neither his mentor, the wolf pup Rostam, nor the Grand Master, known as the Lion of Light, could persuade him to temper his obsession. But what was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About the token and the wolf spirit.
The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice, and Andrias is a master of molding and shaping it. His people once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self, even if Lupus Boreas did not intend for that to happen. That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of imbuing weapons with his soul. It is his way of blessing his human Lupical with the wolf spirit's protection. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions sing a different tune. Oh, but keep that little observation between us, will you? Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
I'm good. Let's go.
All right. Over to you, Dvalin.
Yeehaw!
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
Alright! Hey, wait! How are we getting down?
That was worth it. Not today, Satan. Oh, it's a domain, you dirty buzzard. Well, that's unfortunate for me. God, I hope I didn't die.
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's
a bird! It's a plane! It's a bubbles!
Ha-ha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
Honorary Knight reporting for duty, Grand Master.
And I'm on too!
Let's cut to the chase. What's the situation?
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest Knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow of the forces gathered by the Rahir of Solmari. But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine. This is fair. This is the way of chivalry.
That's a really big broadsword that he is carrying. This is not Final Fantasy, sir. You're going to have to put that away.
Farewell, heir to the knighthood of Boreas. Whether you choose to resist me or not, I shall set right the injustices of this world. In the name of the blood-stained knight.
That is such a good shot.
Guess they're retreating for now.
So that Wolf of the North look-alike, that was Andreas? But why would he be leading the Wild Hunt? And why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we can do about him.
Why? As strong as he might look. Surely he can't be any stronger than the foes we fought before.
True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible, especially now that you're here.
You put a lot of faith in me.
The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andrias' remnant soul.
So what you're really worried about isn't so much the enemy himself, but the god remains.
Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
Do, 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 do.
The meeting's probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Okay. After I start picking up stuff. Yehuda! Hi, girl.
Hi, good to see you again. Oh, Boss Sneff asked me to pass on a message. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon Scions. Apparently, there haven't been any changes to that space the Rahir of Solnari's in.
That means the recent wild hunt attacks have nothing to do with Rerir, right? Ooh, that's a relief. Paimon doesn't fancy facing him again.
Yeah, no, he's chill. He's chill now.
They're keeping a close watch on it just in case. With so many moon experts on the case, we're in pretty safe hands, huh? Oh yeah, Lauma and Columbina asked me to pass on a message too. Focus on the enemy you are facing. The moon will protect you all. Huh, you know something? These Knights of Favonius are paying me a pretty nice sum to deliver a few simple messages. Oh, Varka's a generous guy.
You're too adorable. Too adorable. Never got you. You never came home. And I was so upset. Enough!
Short distance propulsion module on cooldown. 15 minutes until next departure. Switching to chat mode. Hello there, Paimon, traveler.
Enough! What are you doing here?
Varka placed a sizable order with the Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop. I know is hard at work producing the strategic reserve, while I am handling the deliveries. Secondly, I am also here to attend the meeting in her place.
Yeah, because she is the brains of the operation, just saying. Oh, look, Flynn's!
Huh?
Whose English VA is the world's biggest
Thought the
troll.
Lightkeeper's rep will be Iqua or Nikita.
Because, you know, rage bait. It's not like you to volunteer to attend the meeting.
You're quite right. However, Itlua and Nikita are both busy organizing the Ratniki's region-wide response to the recent attacks. And since I'm well acquainted with everyone else here, I was the one they recommended to attend the meeting.
Oh, so you don't even want to be here.
Sometimes you don't get a choice when there might be consequences down the line.
Anybody else? Am I missing somebody? I don't think so. Hello, Daddy. Okay, so you're supposed to be bigger than life. So why am I almost as big as you? Oh, that's sad. That's so sad. Yes, please. Aw.
Hey, Honorary Knight.
Killjoy.
Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Oh, Beto and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here?
Wait for the
Great.
meeting.
While we're waiting, could you update me on the situation in Mondstadt?
Sure. See, what had happened was...
And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rere resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andrius, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrius' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago?
Technically, but then he was at Conria when the Cataclysm of... So... There's that.
How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function.
Like if you cut off an arm?
For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active.
Okay, that makes sense.
Similarly,
because science.
When the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
So that wasn't the real Roland, but rather an abyssal imitation.
Right. No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Rere's overwhelming power, nor his ability to disguise himself as others. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andrius as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Teyvat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
You can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one.
You're gonna explain, right?
From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals.
Ah. Like when the tower fell in Stormterror's lair, or when the humans turned to salt beneath Saltterra. Oh, okay.
Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years.
Like the Taragami of Yoshuri Island and Taratsuma, or the karmic debt borne by the Yakshas for millennia. Man, we taking it all the way back.
This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In Natlan, the passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history. And even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before, has he not?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. It should help explain things faster.
Here's your sign. A level 3 sword.
Come forth, Boreas.
This form has come to the end of its time. I'm afraid I can accompany you no further on your journey. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
And you're doing that in front of the wolf's gravestone. I'm gonna wind up crying before this is all over with, aren't I?
Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. Where and when shall that be? A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
He's got to be talking to Venti. No. What was that?
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas' heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
To merge himself with the ley lines.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
Wait, we already have a perfect solution? Then why are we even having this meeting? Let's go do this thing!
If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andreas' heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first Knight of Boreas, many wolf spirit fragments were left behind along the way. If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the ley lines.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Notcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yep. That's a long way.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Notcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Coming in?
Huh?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible contingency.
Dude. Are you playing like 5D chess?
Not just the wild hunt in the abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nodcry.
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making. It's almost as if you foresaw the future.
Oh. When you saw into the scry glass.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line.
And sure enough, now it's proving useful.
Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the Wolf Spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the 3rd fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location.
Wow, you've made a lot of progress already.
The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstadters to defeat him.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
The Clink Clink Crumbkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
Uh-oh.
So, what do they need me here for?
That face!
I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it, though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway?
Oh,
right?
Yehoda. Yehoda, you didn't read the contract?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium of Secrets will provide intel and relay battlefield communications. Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Oh, she's probably going, fuck my life, fuck my life, fuck my life.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Oh, that's so bad. This is so funny, but so bad. Wait, you were giving her lower quality ingredients?
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second Wolf Spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with Fragment 3, be sure to give me an update.
Yehoda's like, oh yeah, he's so generous. Because you're going to die.
Traveler, could you join me in retrieving Fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy.
Sure, I was just about to ask what my job was. I'll follow your lead, Grandmaster.
All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
wonder if they have anything different to say now that we're on the backside. So, let's go talk to the people first. And then we will roll out.
Remnant fragments of an ancient god. Thoughts stored inside a blade. Maybe I'm overthinking this, but I suspect there is more to Mr. Varka's plan than what he's revealed to us so far. Then again, the enemy can harness the Wild Hunt to spy on us wherever we go. As our commander, I'm sure he has his reasons for choosing not to tell us everything.
Speaking of contingency plans, I now recall that Varka also made a contingency plan when he asked me to deliver that letter. Perhaps I should ask Aino to prepare some additional backup modules for me.
Yehoda, why are you looking at the wall, baby?
Yehoda, you dummy! You took this stupid job of your own free will! Crying isn't gonna get you out of it!
Oh, you poor sweet summer child. Where are we headed? That's not too far. We'll walk. Ish. Fly some, but we'll mostly walk. Whee! The hell was that? Well, this ought to be fun. Ooh, shiny. Hold on. Let me get the shinies first. Plus the music is pretty chill.
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight?
Sure.
Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Sure you can.
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up! Can we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Okay, so we got that. And then we are going to take you. And comme ça. Okay. Wait. How far can I go? Okay, I can go right about there. Yeah, okay, good. Or we could do that.
Is this what we're looking for? What do we do with it?
Pet it and call it Boreas.
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword. Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
Why, you plan on blowing something up?
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you laugh?
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart.
Aww.
I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the question of how to love.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable.
So that's why you brought me along. You want me to purify it?
Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe approach. But that's not the only reason I wanted you to come. Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part? Why would you want to do that?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy enemy. Understanding our foe is our surest path to defeating him.
This is a little unexpected. I've never even tried this before.
Let me think. How is it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single thought within the 1,000 winds. Capture that unique wisp before it blows away.
I have no idea what that means.
Actually, neither do I.
What?
Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say. Wait, don't tell Paimon that's what actually happened.
That look of derision on her face is priceless. Absolutely priceless.
I thought it might mean something to you. Never mind. I'll explain it in more human terms. Traveler, when you were in Natlan, you went fishing for ancient names, correct?
Yes, actually, sort of, but I wasn't the one doing the fishing.
If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts, and you were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
In theory, yes?
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net, this is what I've heard.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads.
My
They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Okay. I think I'm kind of starting to get the idea. But maybe I'm not. It's hard to say.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland. How are we supposed to use thoughts to anchor him?
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and tattered.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland.
That's a heck of a thing to have sitting in your back pocket, Varka. Like, seriously? The hell is wrong with you?
After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen wanted to deliver this letter to him. But trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonius headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique, then. But how exactly is it supposed to anchor Roland?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Hey, what happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency? You're just making this up as you go along.
Yeah, that's Varka.
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go. I've been doing it that way for the whole expedition.
For your whole life.
But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
Yeah, he's got a point. Well, we might as well see what happens. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Whoa. It actually worked?
Hush, Varka.
You really are making this up as you go along.
Duh.
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed, just like he said.
Got him.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there's only one path. A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters! The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
That's when he found out.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
This is like... Oh, wow. Okay.
That I... Dainsleif?
No.
No. It bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him. While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be?
The visionary Vedderfenir. Dainsleif's brother.
So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the Visionary this time?
I don't think so. No, the founder of the Abyss Order was once shown a revelation. Based on his experience, at least, the Visionary is unlikely to intervene directly. I would agree.
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland would be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you.
Now, why didn't you bring it up during the meeting?
Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan back then. That about covers it. Sorry to ask so much of you again.
No way. It's too dangerous.
No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking.
But there's no guarantee it'll work.
If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Oh, there has to be another way. Like a backup plan?
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved the Wolf Spirit fragment here. Any progress with Fragment 3?
Nope. It's a total disaster. More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup urgently. Come quick!
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one.
You're making too many decisions on your own.
What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting on you, Honorary Knight.
Alright, I need to get control of my character. Because you should not have been able to get in. So now I have to redo all of it.
We're looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best...
Now I have to redo the whole thing. God damn it. I
You're
hate
saying
people.
you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
I apologize.
Sorry,
I'm
think
just gonna try to
I have a
blitz
funny
through all of
feeling
this.
that by the time this journey ends,
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white
I
as
have to
snow.
go turn off my...
If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for We got here just in time.
I'm so annoyed
The fragment
right now.
hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage... Purifying the abyssal corrupt... Could you try...
Hey, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the
Firstly,
button,
to
hit the
test
button,
whether
hit
it's
the button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the
Let
button.
me think. How is it explained?
Hit the button, 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 hit the
Actually,
button, hit the
neither do
button. Over and 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 over. Hit the button, hit the button, hit the
I
button.
thought it might mean some traveler. When you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names,
Hit the button, hit
correct?
the button, hit the
If
button,
I'm
hit
not
the button, hit the
mistaken,
button, hit the button, hit the button, hit the button, button,
this
button,
wolf
button.
Thoughts and emotions are like...
Jesus.
Thought is the anchor for a being's existence.
Also, we barely know any.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks.
It's an unsent letter written by
This
the
is where
wolf
the skip
after
thing
Ross
would
been
come
trying
in
to track.
handy.
But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely.
Button, 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 button. Come on. hand hurts from hitting the button so much. Skip. 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 Skip it all. Skip it all. Okay, other hand. Button.
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed, just like he said.
If what you say, the monsters are great, the code of if Abyss be thy name.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find...
While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods giving them his knowledge. I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see, but even without the visionaries in, every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eye. And on that note, I have a plan. That about covers it. No plan is free of risk. If I fail, if only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey!
Yehoda.
You guys!
Yes, we've successfully...
Sorry. Let my Gen X low.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll...
Okay, so I am at a stopping point. So I am going to go ahead and pause here for the night and rejoin tomorrow. Yep. All right, with that being said, if you hung out with me this evening, thank you very much. If not, I will see you guys again sometime soon. Bye.
I've faced many opponents in my duels. Most of them I defeated. The rest surrendered. No, I have never lost a duel.